the U.S. Embassy. I'm an English language coordinator, and I'm pleased to introduce David Chiesa, our English language specialist.
What? Good job, good job. She's like, yeah! Why do I do that? Why do I clap?
Checking at attention.
Checking at attention? Okay, I have something for your attention. The guy's like, okay. What else? Attention, what else?
Warming up.
Okay, warming up. Do you do warm-ups in your classes?
Yes.
What kind of warm-ups do you do?
Question or some exercise.
Or something. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Exercise. Get them moving. Get them excited. Get them engaged. That's the key word of the day, is engaged. How well do you engage your students? Don't say it loud. Just think to yourself. Do you engage your students or not? And if you do, how do you do it? And if you don't, I have a few ideas I can help you with today. Why else do I clap? We have engage, we have warm up, what else? Are you listening? Yes. You're listening and following me, right? Yeah. But what kind of pattern am I doing? Rhythm? Tell me more. Why is rhythm important? Why is rhythm important? Think language learning. Okay, but think about language. A chant? But what? Come on, tell me more! Huh? Kinda? Listen one more time to, what's your name? Yeah. I don't know Mongolian names yet, I'm sorry. But listen to us one more time, okay? And think about language. Ready? Same thing, ready?
Communicate.
What about communication? How are we communicating?
Using
Can you put a word to the clapping I'm doing? What word can you put?
Hello.
Hello. Hello. How are you? Fine, thank you. And you?
Yes.
Right? English is very cool because it has this kind of like rhythm and stress and pitch and intonation. All these cool words are called what? Supra-segmental. Supra. That's a big word, huh? Yeah. Supra-segmental. This is a very, very important word if you don't know it. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Supra, S-U-P-R-A, means above. Or superimpose on top of segmental sounds. Segments or phoneme, meaning-bearing sounds, right? So it's the rhythm, the pitch, the stress, and the intonation. If I give you a simple sentence like this, very simple sentence. He's a doctor, right? But now listen closely. He's a doctor. He's a doctor. He's a doctor. Three different meanings are conveyed just by supersegmental sounds. Do your students understand that? Do you teach that? If you don't, I highly recommend you begin doing that, because that is one of the most important features of English. I've been teaching English for about 13 years now. I'm old. Okay. Don't ask me my age, I'm old. But I've taught all over the world, mostly in Asia. I began in Japan for 4 years, went to China, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, Vietnam, and now I am in Mongolia. I really do like Mongolia a lot. I've been here twice before for conferences at Must, down the street. My specialty actually is in language assessment, second language acquisition, teacher cognition, and language literacy and language planning. So that's what I'm studying currently, right now, for my PhD. How many PhDs do we have here? Good job. And so the rest of you are MA candidates, right? MA holders? Good job. Do you like teaching English?
Yes.
Yeah, good. I hope you do, because it's a lot of fun. It's not just English. You're teaching culture, society, values, all these wonderful things, right? And so today, I want to talk to you about basically how to build community in your classroom. Do you feel like you have a sense of community? That's the one thing that I think is very, very important besides super segmentals. It's building community, building relationships between you and your students and among the students. The only one time I was here in Mongolia, I was a little concerned because I saw a Mongolian teacher yell at a student. Yell at a teacher. They're going at it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. The community was not strong. It was not strong. And when it's not strong, students get kind of scared and worried, right? And therefore, language learning happens like this. The whole point of language learning, now I can go into a lot of theory. I love theory. I love research. I know, it's just, really? I really like theory research. And a lot of it has proven that interaction is important. And you can't interact with someone if you don't trust someone. Right? So how do you build trust? That's important and that's key. That's the secret ingredient, is engagement and interaction. But I don't know about you, but I heard a lot of certain words from Mongolian students that I want to show you on the screen. Some students said to me, Dave, why do we have to do pair and group work? Dave, when I speak English, I feel stupid because I make lots of mistakes and don't know enough vocabulary. Have you heard that before? Yes. Yep. Dave, I don't want to listen to other students speaking incorrect English because I'll learn their mistakes. Have you heard that one? Or how about, my teachers speak the best English. I want to learn from them. Many students say this. Is this positive or negative? Both? Okay, how? Tell me more. How's it both? She's like, both! Tell me how! Well, the good thing is they trust you, first of all. Congratulations. But it's kind of negative. Why? Imagine if they're on their own. Right? In the real world, once they leave the classroom. Can they communicate? Probably not. And so, we don't want our students to, one, can't communicate in the real world. We don't want them to panic when they can't think of the right words to use. How about they're tongue-tied because they worry about making mistakes and losing face? Or they can't survive without a teacher. They can't survive without a teacher. Okay. Look away in embarrassment when someone asks, can anyone here speak English? And I wrote this here because I was at a restaurant yesterday and they gave me a menu all in Mongolian. I was like, oh, okay. Can anyone speak English? And everyone just looked away. I was like, huh. And how long have you took English? Oh, in university. Really? They were too embarrassed to help me read a menu, even though I was like, I'll have this thing. Suvian? It was really good. But I don't want our students to do this. So we can't rely on, I love you. I do love you. But you have to learn to let go a little bit. Right? Can you do that? She's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. And so I want to propose that we should make our classes student-centered with a balance. I don't believe, now, I'm probably the only foreigner you're going to hear that says this. I don't believe in all-centered student classroom only. I think there is a place for the teacher to have teacher-centered. I do believe that we have a lot of information that we should talk to the students about. It should be balanced between student-centered and teacher-centered. That's my philosophy. Okay? And so, have you heard that term before, cooperative learning? This is what I believe is the strategy to helping our classes become good community-based. In order for students to take risks so their language can grow. But how do you make cooperative learning happen? From now on, can you please get into groups of 4? Please get into groups of 4. So if you don't know someone, look around, make friends. Because every day, from now until the last day, you'll be in the same group. Make friends. Groups of 4. Cooperative learning is hard to do. Many teachers that I know of always say, Dave, I did cooperative learning for the first 2 lessons, and then I stopped. It's true, right? It's true. The best, now I'm not lying, I'm here to help you. What I notice is in all my classes, I do cooperative learning. And I do it every single week, and I'm always consistent. My students realize, oh, Dave is serious about this. And they become more serious. Your attitude plays a lot in how they view cooperative learning. And so I begin all my classes, doesn't matter what I teach. I can teach beginning speaking or advanced translation interpretation. I've done everything. I taught everything. I use the same form like this. This is my secret. Don't tell the camera. My secret. I want you to read this by yourself first, and then I'll talk about it, okay? There are 3 main reasons why cooperative learning is important for me. Number 1, this approach has become a prominent element in my classes for 3 reasons. Number 1, to improve the quantity and quality of my students' learning. That's so important. When I taught in China, now I've never talked a lot about China because China is a big country. I had classes of 100, 200 students. Okay? If I can do it there, I can do it in Mongolia. So how big are your classes? 20, 30 students? Okay, it's not small. You can do it. Now imagine, as a teacher of speaking, for example, or reading, or whatever. I want to teach hello, how are you, fine, thank you, reading, right? If I do this, hello, how are you, fine, thank you. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Oh, okay, thank you, yes. Hello, how are you? I'm okay. What am I doing? I'm communicating, but interacting with only one person at a time. What are you doing? Okay, listening? Yeah, right, whatever. You look at your phone. Right? The quantity and quality is lacking. Yes, I'm working with a student, but it's so much better if everyone is working together at the same time. That improves the quantity and quality of education. The second reason, to foster their ability to interact effectively with others in personal and professional terms. All my classes, especially at university level, are professional. And I expect my students to be professional. And in the real world, do you work with people? Yeah, you do. You do. And sometimes you don't get along with people. Sometimes you do. I usually get along with pretty much everyone I talk to. I don't know, I like people. I like people. Yeah, I really do. And third, to model and demonstrate cooperative activities and techniques which they can later use in life. My goal is to connect the classroom to the real world. Do you do that? Think about that. Do you really connect to the real world? Do you actually say what we're doing in class is the same thing that you're going to do once you leave the classroom? Or do you separate? Try not to separate. The more you show relevance, the better it's going to be for your students. You're like, oh, my teacher actually wants to help me grow as a professional. My teacher actually appreciates me. My teacher respects me. That's what we're looking for. And they can learn how to respect each other in a group. That's why I do this activity. That's why I do this. You can't just put people in groups. So can I stop here and say, oh, you're group 1, you're group 2? Can I stop? No. What do I need to do? Give roles and responsibilities. If you give students responsibility, they feel like, oh, okay, I'm empowered. So these are my roles I give students. You can either use my roles or use your own. But this is the roles I use all the time. The first role. Team leader. Team leader is very important because that person is the one that connects your group to me. If there's any issue, question, comment, or concern, come talk to me, not your entire group. You see that? What you'll notice about the roles is it's not just roles, it's also classroom management. So team leader is responsible for that. Team leader is responsible for what else? Make sure the group is on target, on track. So if I say you have 2 minutes to talk about something, go. Team leader says, okay, here we go. Got it? Team leader is very important. The second role. Do you know what it is? Secretary. So I'm going to say, for example, okay, group 1, I will say everyone talk for 5 minutes about blah, blah, blah. 5 minutes is over. I will say, secretaries, stand up. Tell the group what you said. What your group said. What your group said. I'm controlling it. I'm like a puppeteer. You see that? I'm controlling the classroom. The third role.
Maybe it's timekeeper?
Oh, you're close. You're close. You're close. Police. English police. Now, usually this person can sometimes be a jerk. Sometimes, but this person usually is a guy. And you're talking, and then Mongolian comes out, and no, English. But just to let you know, second language acquisition theory does support that to use Mongolian to help your English skills. So if you're talking in Mongolian, that's okay as long as it's about the context that you're trying to talk about. If it's about your boyfriend or the movie, it doesn't help the learning process, right? So we have team leader, we have secretary, English police, and note taker, that's secretary. We have timer. This, as you notice, the level of the student might be lower here. So I will say, okay, groups, you have 5 minutes to talk. Timers, 5 minutes, ready? Go. Timer, okay. Timer, your job is to tell the group when the timing is almost over. You see that? We have 1 more minute. 30 seconds. Stop! As a teacher, though, I will usually count down the last 5 seconds. And there's one more, by the way. One more. This is usually for the lowest level student in the group. Encourager! So this student usually says like, good job. Yes! Something. We're trying to get everyone involved as much as possible. You see that? And so, from the teacher's perspective though, These roles can change here, who gets what, but the one role that does not change is the team leader. You need some consistency. And you know what I noticed as well is in my classes, I never take a role. I don't have to take a role. Because I can walk in my classroom, I have a visual image. It's really freaky. I just look around my classroom, I know who's in what group, I know who's not there. Then I say, hey, team leader, where's so blah, blah, blah. It's weird. But I'm building a classroom environment where everyone's beginning to take responsibility for each other, and we're going to build relationships. Once this is happening, then risk-taking can happen. So right now, in your groups, because this is the same group, you're going to be all week. You're going to build that relationship. Who is team leader? Who is timer? Who is secretary? Decide. Also decide your team name. Do that now. Go. Now, at the end of the session, team leaders, bring me your paper. I want to keep your paper at the end of the session. Oh, I know, right? I know. Only one paper. And team leader, it's your responsibility to make sure your groups come the entire 2 weeks. You're in the same group tomorrow and the day after. Oh, you're in the same group next Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. These are your family members. You will learn to love each other. And if you hate each other, that's even better. Why is that better? Actually, why? Why is that better? Do you know? Yeah.
Can we change the team leader every day?
No, team leader must stay the same. Team leader stays the same. What? You can change, but the team leader needs to stay the same. Why? Because I need to know. I need to know. So that's why I'll collect the papers, and then tomorrow I'll find out who the team leader is. And are you here? Okay. Good. But what I'm trying to do is little by little make a community. Now, we have our roles, our responsibilities, we're in groups, we're ready to actually start building relationships. Right? And what's the natural way that you've heard of in the past? How do you make relationships in the classroom? How? I love this. This is my music, by the way. You know. It's called ice what? Icebreakers. Icebreakers are great. They're absolutely wonderful. One of the best strategies that you can do to build relationships with each other. Why? They help a new group get to know each other. 2, help new members to integrate into a group. Let's say someone new comes into the classroom, and you say, oh, please join this group. Okay, hi, how are you? Right? It's a great way to integrate someone new. 3, help young people feel comfortable together. It's always good to have fun. This is what I think is lacking in many university classrooms, the fun. I mean, I work hard, trust me, I work hard. I like to have fun at the same time. Encourage cooperation, encourage listening to others. Encourage working together. Encouraging young people to break out of their cliques. What's a clique? Well, my friend and my friend, we stick together. Oh yeah, whatever. Right? Cliques are groups of people that never separate. What I usually do with my classes, though, it's actually very difficult. The first day of class, I usually come in with a camera. Really, I come with a camera. Take a picture, and picture. I then do an assessment. I find out who knows who's a boy, who's a girl. I try to separate everyone. Who has higher level, lower level skill, who's more energetic, who's less energetic, and combine them all together. try to separate. Do you see that? Building rapport with leaders, developing social skills, and creating good atmosphere for learning and participation. That's the key! Create a good atmosphere. So let's do a basic icebreaker to get to know each other, right? You probably heard of it, but I never know. I always want to begin very easy, just in case, right? So it's called Two Truths and a Lie. Have you heard of this? No? Yes! Good! So, the icebreaker is a good traditional way to begin the process of building a relationship. 2 truths, 1 lie. I have 3 statements about myself, Dave. The first statement, Dave has been in 25 countries around the world. His favorite is Mongolia. Hey, wait! Wait, that's statement number 1. Statement number 2, Dave has ridden first class on an airplane twice. You know, first class, the big seats that you can lie down. 3, when Dave was younger, he thought he was Superman and jumped off the roof of his home, hoping that he would fly. 2 of these are true, and 1 of these is a lie. Knowing who I am, you've only known me for about like 15 minutes. Which one's a lie? With your group. With your group. Try to figure out which one's a lie. Which one's a lie? So who thinks the first one's a lie? Okay? Psst, you're wrong. That's true. That's true. And let me explain why. I've been here twice before, and every time I come, 1, I love it. I think it's the most beautiful country I've ever been to. I travel from here to, I'm sorry about my pronunciation, from here to Balkan, and then to Erdenet. That drive, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Because I came from China, which was like pollution, and then free, beautiful. And then the food here, I love mutton. It's my favorite food. And yak milk, I love it. So you got me. You got me. Number 1 is true. Okay? Number 2, true or false? True. Okay. Second one is false. That's the false one. I have never ridden first class in my entire life. I am a teacher. I can't afford it. And so, of course, the third one is true, right? So I broke my legs. I was a little kid. I ran. I jumped. So what I hope you learn about me is this. I like to travel. And I like countryside a lot. And I'm very adventurous. I like Superman. I like to do things to extreme. But I don't have much money, but that's okay because I travel a lot. I save that money to travel more. So I don't ride first class. Do you know a little bit more about me? Yeah, right? So now, in your groups, each of you, write down 3 things. 2 that are true, 1 that's a lie. Write down right now. First, write down. Now, listen to my instructions very carefully. Ready? Team leader, guide the group. If there is no conversation, team leader, your job is to continue the conversation. Secretary, take out a piece of paper. Secretary, your job is to take notes. Timer, you have a maximum of 9 minutes and 32 seconds. English police, please make sure that English is spoken as much as possible. And then encourager, encourage. Okay, timers, 9 minutes and 32 seconds, go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! So you see, I count down the last 5 seconds, right? And then your timer is supposed to help you keep on track. So, just to make sure, team leader, you led the group, correct? Secretary, did you take notes? Good. English police. Yeah, You know what's funny though? Most of the time, English police is the one who's speaking and going all the time. Especially over here. Time to think. Encourager. You know, we all. She's like, good job. We all should be encouraging at all times, right? Now, I hope that one, you know your teammates a little better. Do you feel comfortable? Yes. That's my point. Do you feel comfortable with me? Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to build an atmosphere of relaxation because later on it'll get intense. See? Now, what do you do next? What happens with the icebreaker? You move on? The end? Well, on the back side, I have my comments on icebreakers. Many foreigners and teachers like to use icebreakers in warm-ups. Just for fun, they end it and move on to a completely new topic. I don't think you should do that. I think we need to integrate the icebreaker, integrate the warm-up activity into the lesson. And I gave you an example of how I used one icebreaker that led into my discussion on women and men and saying your opinion. So this is what a section of my lesson plan looks like. So you can go home on your own time and read this over. Don't just do icebreakers for fun and end the end. Integrate. Also, is there some way to get all their email accounts? Because I have a whole icebreaker book I want to give you.
That's fine.
Okay. And so it's called 40 Icebreakers for Small Groups by Graham Knox. It's a wonderful book. And I use this a lot with my language classes because I can take all these exercises and integrate them into my lessons. And so once I get your emails from Alta, or if you want to email me personally, I can send you the book. I have permission. Yes. And so I don't have another activity for this icebreaker, but think, how would you take this icebreaker and what would you go into next? So in your groups, what would you use this icebreaker for? A transition into what? 1 minute in your groups. Well, how would you use this icebreaker? 1 minute. Go. How would you use this for a grammar class? If this was a spoken language class, what topic of the day would this icebreaker be helpful for? Maybe ways to talk about. Okay, I don't want to say it. I want to be rude. So, as a teacher, I can do two things. One, any volunteers want to say what they would do. Or two, I can say, secretaries, stand up. But for now, I will say any volunteers. How would you extend this to lead into the lesson? What topic of the day would you do? Anyone? Oh, you're standing up? Oh, so you tell us. Go ahead. What topic of the day would you use for this icebreaker? Who said that? Say it again, louder. Be confident. Good. I like that. What else? Okay. What else? For the what? Modal verbs? Good. I can? Oh, good. This can lead into a writing activity, into a story.
Yes.
What kind of story? A persuasion story? A news article? You can even write an essay. Personal essay. Right? Argumentation essay. You can use so much. Do you see how wonderful this is?
Awesome.
I love that. Awesome. The one thing, though, that we do need to talk about, though, is that in cooperative group work, there could be some negative side effects. It's not all happy. Okay? One, there could be emotional discomfort. Sometimes students are blatantly scared. Two, having to be creative in refining coping strategies. 3, to confront old fears of being abandoned, attacked, or otherwise overwhelmed. Sometimes they could feel attacked in groups because their language skills are not good enough, right? And so there are 3 ways that we need to think about this. The first is boundaries. Now, I'm getting very deep. I'm getting very deep. But boundaries are about what? Creating a safe environment for communication. Okay? 2, ending elements of blaming and powerlessness. And 3, learning to be present in a communication situation while keeping intact our pride, dignity, protection, and vulnerability. So we need to think about ways that we can help our students create these boundaries where they can take risks, where they can keep their pride and dignity. Because if they don't have it, they're going to lose it, and cooperative development does not work. Deep, huh? Let me go even deeper. Pacing. So boundaries. Pacing. Pacing is meeting someone right where they are and reducing differences in order to maximize the common ground. How do we do that in communication? Number 1, know what you want and be as specific as possible. Do we agree? 2, observe behavior of others. Avoid assumption of others and be flexible. So this is what I try to teach my students in class. Be as direct. I don't know Mongolian culture. Is it okay to be direct, or do you need to be indirect? So too direct is bad. Okay. In American culture, direct is like my teacher's like, Dave, this is bad. Change this. I'm like, but in Chinese culture, they're gonna say, perhaps you might want to try to maybe do something different. And the third part about cooperative development is the need to be valued and the need to be understood, right? There are 3 devices that we do in communication that contribute to this. 1, backtracking. Repeat exact words of others. It tells them, yeah, I'm listening to you, I hear you, I understand you, I value you. 2, paraphrasing, right? Repeating in your own words the meaning of others' utterances. What's an utterance? That's anything that you say. Okay? And 3, clarifying, asking for the meaning of ambiguous, vague, undefined terms. Boundaries, pacing, and the need to be valued and need to be understood. This is ways that we can help our students overcome and provide dignity and responsibility. So in your groups, what I want you to do is brainstorm. What are some ways that you can do in your classes that can help boundaries, pacing, and the need to be valued? Just 2 minutes, quick brainstorm. Secretaries, take notes. Team leader, guide the groups. Let's do this. 2 minutes, timers, 2 minutes. Go. Good. Secretaries. Now, if you want secretaries to stand up. Secretaries, stand up. Good. Good. I like to see your faces. Good faces. Let me see your faces. Good. Okay, here we go. Tell me one thing in your group. How would you build a positive learning environment based off of boundaries, pacing, and the need to be valued? Go. One thing. She's like,
Good attention, interact, group work, compliment, encourage, positive words.
I say one thing, right? One thing. Good. Sit down. Yes. She's at eye contact, right? Go. Just tell me one thing. One thing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, hold on. Yes. Use jokes. Good. Use This group. Friendly atmosphere. Good. That group.
Exchanging emails.
Good. That group.
Learn from the good behaviors from the others.
Good. Yay. Let's group.
Communicate with every single student in the class while supporting them and encouraging them and not the others.
Good job, teachers. Good job, teachers. Good job, teachers. Now, I'm going to give you what I do in my classroom. This is usually on my wall, and it's really, really big. It's huge. It's like 5 feet by 5 feet. I just made it really small. I have certain things that my classes over the years have said that help them with boundaries, pacing, and immediate value. I give this to you. My guidelines in my language classes, in all classes, are 1, take your turn appropriately. And by the way, this is on the wall. So students always see this. 2, 0 noise signal, active listening. What does that mean? Well, sometimes my students will get so involved in a discussion. Sometimes they start yelling at each other. It's really funny. All I do is this. I raise my hand. Then, if one student sees me, she raises her hand. And another student sees me, raises her, then everyone's hand is raised. You see that? So, for example, talk about something. Just talk. Just talk. Go. Go. Talk. Good. Do you see that? Everyone's hands in the air, and then people stop talking, and now I can move on. You see that? I didn't yell, I didn't do anything. All I did was raise my hand. Cool, huh? Yeah. And then the right to pass, meaning a student can say, I pass. Like, I don't know, I can't contribute, I pass. And that's okay, that's creating boundaries that he or she can feel comfortable saying, I have the right to pass. The right to clarification. I'm sorry, what? Right? Have fun, no put downs. What's a put down? Like, you're stupid. Sometimes I have experienced some students actually yell at other students. That's called a put down. And after that, I put that on my list. A put down. Ask 3 before me. Just what does that mean? Ask 3 before me. No. Me is the teacher. So students if they have a question, don't ask me right away. Ask 3 people before me. So I'll go and say, did you ask 3 people? Yeah. Okay, now you can ask me. You're like, yeah. Stay on task, be relevant, stay on topic, and last, be brief. These are my guidelines for positive learning in the groups. Do you see this? And if each of your students has this guideline and follows it, class is going to be great. It really is going to be really magical and wonderful. Okay? You have your group work, you have your icebreakers, you have your rules for positive learning. You're good to go. Any questions so far?
What is the next one?
Yeah, oh, I see. Yeah. I want to show him. Spelling doesn't count. Spelling doesn't count. I use that for speaking classes. So, English has what's called a high phoneme grapheme representation language. The sounds of English don't necessarily correspond to how it's spelled. English is really awkward that way, right? Neighbor, N-E-G, neighbor, right? This is spelling doesn't count. Okay? This is my original small one. I like to have color paper. I love color. So once you're in your groups, you have a positive environment, you're ready to go, you're happy. Then it becomes much more deep. Can you say, yeah, okay. With the promotion of community building and cooperative development, right? We are at the same time, this is my argument, using a significant and important principle in second language acquisition called interaction. Language is different than teaching math or history or science. It's about interaction, communication with people, right? The teacher can't do all the interaction. And so research has shown, I'm sorry, but research has shown English language learners' vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation develop faster when there are opportunities. Keyword, opportunities. If this is your job, if you don't provide opportunities for your students to interact, you lost. Opportunities for interaction in the classroom using the language being learned. Mackey and Gu 2007, their research. I have it, I can email it to you. Interaction among students and with the teacher is crucial in the acquisition process. Fong 2010, Gass 1997, Long. The research goes on and on and on and on. The research shows interaction is key. No matter if it's reading, listening, speaking, writing, grammar, combined. If you don't believe me, email me, I'll send you all the articles. And they're long. Too long. So what does interaction look like? Here's an activity I want to do with you. This is my favorite interactive activity. It's called Wake Up and Go to Sleep. Have you heard of this before? Yeah? No? Good. Secretary, take out a piece of paper. Secretary, you will take the paper and divide it into 3. Like that. Okay. Now, you are high-level English learners, so I'm only asking the secretary to do this. If you are all low-level, I would say everyone take out a piece of paper. You're hot. You're super hot. So, what does wake up mean? What does go to sleep mean? Well, wake up. Go to sleep. When you go to sleep, what happens to your eyes? They're closed. Well, some people, right? But it's closed, which means you can't see the screen. Okay? And so I will say, for example, I will say everyone go to sleep, for example. And everyone in the group has a certain number. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Right? I will say everyone go to sleep. Number 1, wake up. There will be something on the screen. Number 1 will look at it. You're high level, memorize. Lower level can write it down. You see? Then I would say go to sleep, number 1. Number 2, wake up. Go to sleep. Number 3. Number 4. Then I would say everyone wake up and put the sentence together. When everyone wakes up, you all have English words in your head. And you have to negotiate, talk to each other about the words. Even if you use Mongolian, you still have to talk about the English language in order to compose a sentence. So you're negotiating, you're interacting together to compose. That's what I mean by interaction. So let's just try 1 or 2 with the group just so you understand the feel of the exercise. Okay? And I will watch my start. So everyone in the group, please choose who is number 1, who is number 2, number 3, and number 4. You got it? Yeah. Okay, cool. So here we go. Now, when you go to sleep, don't go to sleep. Just close your eyes. Don't actually. So everyone, please go to sleep. Go to sleep. You close your eyes. There you go.
I'm sleeping.
Sleep. Okay.
Everybody's sleeping.
Number 1, wake up. Number 1, look. Number 1, go to sleep. Number 2, wake up. Number 2, go to sleep. Number 3, wake up. Number 3, go to sleep. Number 4, wake up. Go to sleep. Everyone, wake up. Go! That was just a practice round. A couple reasons why. Number 1, everything matters. So what? But Dave, we have it. Dave, we have it. Do you have your period? Do you have your capital B? When I check, I want to make sure everything is perfect. Capital, punctuation, spelling, everything. You see? Some people say, but Dave, I can't see the screen. Come closer. Did I say you can't come close? Come close. Okay? One more try. One more try. Here we go. Now, if you notice, as a teacher, what I can do, the first sentence was easy. It can get harder and more hard as you go on. Right? Scaffold it, scaffold it. Here we go. Everyone, go to sleep. Number 4, wake up. You blind. You guys are all blind. Number 4, go to sleep. Number 2, wake up. 2, wake up. Number 2, go to sleep. Number 3, wake up. Number 3, go to sleep. Number 4, oh God. 1, wake up. That's too funny. That's too funny. Got it? Go to sleep. Everyone, wake up. Go. The answer is in cooperative group work, comma. Students should practice using pleasant and respectful behavior as a boundary system. And I forgot the period. I forgot the period. But once again, I love it. Do you see how this activity works though? And so you can do this with many things. If you have really low-level students, you can even practice spelling. Yeah. If they're really low, right? Like cooperative, C-O, wake up, C-O, P-E, whatever. And high-level students, you can do poems. Put the poem together, listen to the song after, and interpret it. Be creative. It's all about interaction. It's all about interaction. And so today, the time is so short, I could talk to you for such a long time. Anyways, we learned different things. 1, it's important to make a positive classroom environment. 2, group work, cooperative learning is very important. You know my strategy. Team leader, timer, secretary, English police, encourager. Also, you know that boundaries and pacing are very important concepts and they need to be valued to show respect for each student in the classroom and for risk-taking to happen. And through this, interaction is important. I showed you some strategies. I want you to come back in the same groups. I took your picture, by the way, each group. I really want to see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming. I hope this is a great start. Bring your textbooks tomorrow and let's see how we can adapt it in different ways. Okay, thank you. Bye.